here. Drag this over. I can't see where the doobie jigger is.
Oh, it looks so different.
This movie is an old movie.
Yeah.
So just be prepared. Now, you have to be quiet. Be good listeners. It is just like any movie based on a book. It's not exactly the same. So just be prepared and be prepared to discuss what was different and what was the same afterwards.
How long?
About an hour. And I will mute so that
we can't hear it.
now you good?
How about you, friends?
I like colored pictures and acting out vibrantly.
Oh, you're going to love the Christmas pageant, Francis. Now, let me see.
Stop.
Ramona?
What I like best is the good feeling I get in Sunday school.
I think we can all say that, Ramona. It's time for one more thankful thought. Charlie, what do you like best about Sunday school, Charlie?
There aren't any Herdmans here.
Do you have to say it right out loud in front of everybody?
Why not, Dad? Especially in Sunday school. There aren't any Herdmans there. Ever.
It's not a very Christian sentiment.
It's a very practical one. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is Leroy the worst one?
Gladys puts worms in your lunchbox inside your sandwich. And Claude live over my
Oh,
house.
come on, you guys. 6 little kids? It can't be that bad.
My father is wrong. The Herdmans are the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lie and steal and smoke cigars, even the girls, and talk dirty and hit little kids and fuss their teachers and take the name of the Lord in vain. They even blew up Fred Shoemaker's old broken down tool house.
She said she didn't carry it away. Huh?
Who said the Herdmans did it? They said they did. They stole a chemistry set from the hardware store when Ralph was trying to make a bomb. Call the police, then they can put Ralph in jail. Alice, nobody's going to put the Herdmans in jail. Because they're kids. No, because they burned down the jail.
Do what? It's Miss Fisher's. I borrowed it from her.
They live up in an old garage at the bottom of Sproul Hill.
I mean, I bet you could probably
They
get it on
spend
Amazon.
most of their
It's
time
probably not
banging the
expensive,
garage
but
door
it's really cool.
up and down just as fast as they can to try and squash one.
Because it's old.
Herdmans didn't know where their
I don't know.
father
I don't
was.
see it on there.
When Gladys was 2 years old, he hopped aboard a railroad train and disappeared. Nobody blamed him. Now and then you'd see Mrs. Herdman walking the cat around the block on this big long chain. But she works 2 shifts at the shoe factory and isn't home much. Nobody blamed her either.
talk to your mother.
She's not here.
Then will you have her call me? My number is 726.
The phone doesn't work. We figured they were all headed straight to the devil by way of the state penitentiary.
Now, tryouts for the Christmas pageant are this Sunday.
I don't want to be a shepherd.
Then tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve with my own kids not in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
No.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, she just likes to run things.
What happened? Helen Armstrong. She got all tangled up in that long telephone cord. She fell down some stairs and broke her leg.
Oh, just say goodbye and hang up the phone. Oh, and turn down the furnace. Turn it down to 60 degrees and tell George to leave it there. It'll be healthier for him. Call them at the church.
Oh, Grace.
Is that you?
Yes.
Would you call Etta McCarthy and tell her about the bazaar and the potluck?
Don't worry about
And tell
that
George
now.
to use up the ham and the...
Miss Tab, can we try to see if you mute it works now?
Okay, we put a load in the dryer. Tell him to put his socks together before he washes. I spent half my life.
What, Josie?
Can we see if you mute it works now because it's echoing?
Things she's in charge of. You'll do the potluck supper. I don't know what we'll do about the pageant unless... I just can't, Edna. I've got company all Christmas week. How about Grace? How about Grace? Hello? Oh, Grace. I have to direct the Christmas pageant.
You have my sympathy.
Is that all?
No, you can also have my bathrobe for a shepherd.
And
No, that's it, Grace. Sympathy and a bathrobe.
How important it is to give everyone a chance. I always start with Mary. I tell them we must choose our Mary carefully because Mary was the...
I know that, Helen.
Can we eat? Let it be a long time. Mom says go ahead. I thought Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction? What do you think traction is? Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. You will leave something for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie?
I'm hungry. Maybe I heard this on my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop him?
Of course, Alice Wendelkin's always Mary. They know that. But you must make the rest of them feel important. I always say, there are no small parts, only small actors.
Helen, there's somebody at my door. I have to hang up now. Helen, the door. I have to go now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I'll bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors. I'm getting somebody to shove the baby angels on and make the shepherd shut up.
Yes. She suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Hey! You gave me back my lunch, Leroy! Sure, kid. 2 brownies. That's right. That's what it was. Hey, Leroy, you want my dessert tomorrow? Want it the next day? You can have it. I get all the dessert I want in church. We get refreshments all the time. Chocolate cake and cookies, ice cream. Oh, yeah? Who gives them to you? The minister. Why? Is he crazy? No. I think he's rich. So there they were, thanks to Charlie's big lie. Leroy, Ollie, Gladys, Claude,
They're so
Imogene,
filthy.
and Ralph. Before church was even over, they cleaned out the collection plates, scribbled on the Bibles, and stuck gum all over the pews.
We'll be starting rehearsals soon for our annual Children's Christmas Pageant. And next week, after Sunday school, we'll decide who will play the main role. We hope every boy and girl who wants to take part in this year's pageant will be there.
Hey! What is it? What's a pageant? It's a play. Like on TV? What's it about? It's about Jesus. Everything here is. It's really about Mary. Who's Mary? I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
All right now, boys and girls, let's settle down now, so we can choose and decide who will play the main parts in our pageant. All right? Of course, you'll all have important parts. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always says: there are no small parts, only small actors.
But she never says what it means.
Don't you know what that means?
I know what it means. It means the short kids have to sit in the front row or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. What it really means is that the littlest baby angel is as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Oh, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids.
Yeah.
All you baby angels are going to need bed sheets from home, so be sure and tell your mothers. The angel choir will wear the red robes from last year. Remember that? And the shepherds. We have some shepherds' costumes, but I'm sure that all of you are going to be... I need everyone's attention, please. What is it? Children? All right, let's just make room for the herdmans. All right, boys and girls, sit back down. There will be 4 rehearsals, so it's important for everyone to come to all the rehearsals.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick, Elmer. Mary, Joseph, and the wise men must absolutely come to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer. Now I'm going to divide you into 2 groups, shepherds and angels. Boys, get over here on this side, please. Go ahead, Charlie, Hobie, Elmer, go on, and please line up according to size. And the girls over here on this side. Same thing, line up according to size. Tall ones in the back. Little ones in the front here. Go. Okay, tall ones in the back. Now that we've taken care of the shepherds and the angel choir, let's settle down a minute and think about Mary. She was quiet and gentle and kind. So the sort of girl we want to play Mary needs to be that kind of person.
Hey, I'll be Mary. And Ralph over there, he'll be the Joseph.
Well, I was really asking for volunteers, Emma Jean. And then we'll all decide who it will be. Emma Jean here wants to play Mary. Who else wants to play Mary? Just raise your hands. Janet? Roberta, how about you? Alice, don't you want to volunteer this year?
No, I don't want to. I'll be Mary. Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You be a wise man. What's a wise man? It's an old guy with a beard. I'll be a wise man. Me too. Claude, you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand. What's that to be? Some angel? What is it? It's the angel of the Lord who brings the good news to the shepherds. I'll be that.
Oh, good. We have some volunteers. Toby, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say I can't be a shepherd. We're going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered. My mother doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be a shepherd. I don't want to be a shepherd either. Gladys Herdman hits too hard. I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Alice, why in the world didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know. Bradley, where's my mother? I don't believe that. I didn't dare volunteer. Imogen would have killed me. She got me in the maid's room and she said, I'm going to be Mary in this play. And if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you'll wish you didn't. I'm always Mary in the Christmas pageant. Go ahead then. And next spring when the pussy willows come on, I'm going to stick a pussy so far down your ear where nobody can reach it. And I'll stop there. Grow, grow, and grow. You'll spend the rest of your life with a pussy willow bush growing out of your ear. You know she would do that. She would too. Herdmans will do anything. They'll ruin the pageant and it's all your mother's fault. She shouldn't hope and know.
What kind of a child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? It's sacrilegious.
If you can't get rid of it, why don't you hand out copies of the door? We better nail down that church and lock up the soldier.
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know. I feel so responsible. If I was laid up in the hospital, this never would have happened. That woman, let me tell you.
You don't have to tell me, I'm on your side.
Ellen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can run a Christmas pageant. I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm going to do it with the Herdman.
All right, everybody, I need the shepherds over here. Come on, just try not to shove or push each other. And baby angels, you're fine just where you are. You stay right there. The manger is here, and over here is our inn, everybody. All right, so remember that.
Where do all the shepherds come from anyway? What influence an inn? It's like a motel. Why'd they go there? To pay their taxes. At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Hey, get at the beginning. What happens first?
This is the Christmas story from the Bible, the book of Luke.
Look who?
You mean you've never read the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is all about. I'm going to read it to you. Sit down. It's a beautiful story. We should all hear it again. And Joseph also left him down.
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is.
Into the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to be taxed with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
What's that? It means pregnant. She was pregnant.
Now, children, now. To be taxed.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant. So she was. Better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them at the inn.
They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, they didn't know he was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was the matter with Joseph that he didn't tell them? Her pregnant and everything. What's a manger? Like a bed?
Well, no, they didn't have any bed in the barn, so Mary did the best thing she could. What would you do if you had a newborn baby and no bed to put him in?
We put Gladys in the bureau drawer.
Well, there you see, you didn't have a bed for Gladys, and so you...
Well, we had a bed. Only Ollie was still in it, and he wouldn't get out. He didn't like Gladys. Remember how he didn't like Gladys?
A manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What was wadded up clothes?
What?
You read about it. They wrapped them up in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap their babies tightly with big pieces of material.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Who was the child welfare? The child welfare is at our house every 5 minutes. There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem. I'll say there wasn't. What's next?
There were shepherds keeping watch by night, and lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them.
Shazam!
What?
Out of the black night with horrible vengeance, the mighty Marvel!
Gladys, I don't know what you're talking about.
The mighty Marvel and Wonder Comics.
No, this is the angel of the Lord who comes to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the black night, right?
Well, yes, in a way.
Shazam!
Who are my wise men? Raise your hands. Listen to this now. There came wise men from the east bearing gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh.
Frankincense? I don't know.
They were special gifts, precious oils.
Oil? What kind of present is oil? We get better presents in the welfare basket. I get it. The wise men were the welfare.
No, they were sent by King Herod.
Wait a minute. Who's he?
King Herod.
What about him? What did he do?
Well, he sent them to find Jesus so that he could put him to death.
He just got born. They're gonna kill a baby. Who's Herod in this play?
Herod isn't in the play.
You mean he's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play?
Well, no, he's...
Well, somebody better be here.
No, Imogen, we are going to do the pageant the way it is always done.
Let Charlie be here, and he says, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king. But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod. He cried. I'm not going to be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
Joseph gets the shepherds, and they go wipe out Herod. See, they're going to put Herod in, and it's going to be me, and I'll get killed.
Forget about Herod. There is no Herod.
And I wouldn't run with the baby till it fights him. I gotta fix the innkeeper. Goddess, can you wipe out the innkeeper? I can't, I'm an angel.
Okay, let's stop it. Just...
Well, I wouldn't just hang around on the barn with that baby in the middle of winter. I'd go kick somebody out of the motel. What's the name of this place? She never said. Christmas pageant. That's your name. That's what it is. I know a name. I'd call it Revenge at Bethlehem.
wings.
Stop that, Holly. Stop fighting. Boys.
Imogene. Use this until we get a real baby.
I thought Eugene Slocum was going to be baby Jesus.
Mrs. Slocum changed her mind.
If I was married, Mrs. Slocum wouldn't change her mind. I'll give us a baby. There's always 2 or 3 babies outside the supermarket. I'll get one of them.
No, Imogene, you can't just go and take somebody's baby. Maybe we'll get a real baby. Use a doll.
That's better anyway. A doll can't bite me.
Oh, Grace, we're back in the kitchen making applesauce cake. And we'll try not to bother you. I guess this is your dress rehearsal.
Oh, yes, well, it's supposed to be. You know, you're all supposed to be in costume.
I don't have any wigs. My mom doesn't have any white sheet. Can I wear a sheet with balloons on it?
Yes. And we have to find some wings for both of you.
Alice, why do you keep writing in that book? No baby because of Imogene. Ralph talks about sexy things. Gladys drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice. I don't care what it is, she drinks it. And you wrote all this down? What for? For my mother and Reverend Hopkins and the Ladies' Aid, and anybody else who wants to know what happened when the whole Christmas pageant turns out to be a mess.
Imogene, you know, Mary would never wear earrings.
But I got my ears pierced. And if I don't keep something in them, they'll go together.
They won't grow together in an hour and a half. Pierced your ears.
Gladys. She probably did it with a corkscrew. I'll bet Imogene's ears turn back and fall off. I haven't got a costume. I've never been a shepherd before. You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do. He hasn't got a bathrobe. What does he hang around the house in? His underwear.
Come on, slowly, quietly, beautiful. One.
I've got the baby here. Don't touch it. I named it Jesus.
Imogene, no. Mary doesn't say anything. Stop that. Mary and Joseph say nothing.
And make a lovely picture for everyone to look at and think about Christmas and what it meant.
I'll put the doll back into the manger.
Didn't even get a name on his baby. I would have named Bill. What'd the angel do? Just walk up and say, name of Jesus?
Yes.
I know what the angel said. She said his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. He never got out of first grade if he had to write all that down.
Come on in. Keep moving. No, just a minute. You have to stay closer together.
Take the hose and cut. Kids! We got kids there. What? Joe, come on. Where is this party? Okay, everybody be calm. We gotta get a fire in here. I want everybody outside.
All right, children, sit there now. Go with me. Follow Carmen.
Joe, keep everybody Sit here.
No, this is a game of travesty. No one could I was a project for some big chapel. Oh,
I've been on the telephone all day. People think they set fire to the ladies' room. People think they set fire to the kitchen. Vera Wendelton says all they do is talk about sex and underwear. I don't know. Jesus said, suffer little children to come unto me. But I'm not sure he meant the herd ones. It might just be better all around to cancel the pageant.
I'll bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire.
There wasn't any fire. The committee let its applesauce cake burn up.
It would be a perfect excuse.
I'll bet that was Edmund McCarthy's idea. Well, I didn't ask to run the pageant, but I got stuck with it. And I certainly didn't handpick the Herdmans, but nobody else raised their hands. And I don't think we should cancel it. I think it's going to be the best Christmas pageant ever.
Grace, I don't think anyone will come to see it.
Wait, you never said what this deal.
Just watch.
He ate my halo. Get out of the bathroom. Spaghetti.
Merry Christmas!
You know, it always looks like this, big and bare when it's empty.
I know.
Well, it's not going to be empty. Look at me. I can't.
It's not going to be full either. Did you bring the plant?
Yeah, I brought it, but I don't know what you're going to do with it.
I was sort of hoping it would look like a palm tree. I can see now it doesn't. For the kids.
All the kids in the world are in the basement putting on bed sheets.
I mean our kids. You'd better get your costumes on. It's getting late.
Oh, Mom, do we have to? It's just going to be awful, you know. You were already down there and saw them, Mary and Joseph. They look like refugees or something.
Well, that's what they were. They were refugees. They were a long way from home, didn't have any place to stay, didn't know anybody. They were probably cold, hungry, and tired, and messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they're sure messy.
I have no idea what's going to happen here tonight. It may very well be the first Christmas pageant in history where Joseph and the wise men wind up in a fight and Mary runs off with the baby. Don't run around. Shirley, go over there and find Mrs. Wilson and she'll get your wings on for you, okay? Now go tight.
What time is it, Mrs. Bradley? Is it time? Are people coming yet?
I don't know.
and we'd have Eugene Slocum to be Jesus.
All right, everybody. Come on, girls. Come on, it's time to go. All right, go ahead and go quietly. It's not a race. Go. Follow. As soon as they're gone, you start going. Go ahead. And you shepherds, I want you to go up this way. Mr. Bradley's going to help you. And the wise men. Where's Leroy? Leroy? Where's Leroy? Where is he?
I don't know. He's somewhere. I told you. Now we'll have to sing We Two Kings by the way.
Good evening, Mrs. Clausen. So, good evening, Miss
Herdman. All right. Come on, Gladys. You ready? Let's go. Let's have a look at you.
I ought to see more than just a baby king. I'm going to say it's Jesus and where he is.
No. Gladys, you say, unto you a child is born, and that's all you tell them.
He tells them unto me. I'm the one as a baby.
Unto everybody. That's what it means, unto all of us. Go. Imogene, try to remember that this is a baby, and for tonight anyway, it's the baby Jesus. Aww.
Imagine my mother says. My mother says to come upstairs. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in the manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. I don't think it's very nice to refer to Jesus as if he had a colic. Shh. And they were in the same country, shepherds abiding in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks by night. the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. When the angel of the Lord appeared to them and said, "Fear not." Hey, I tell you, a child is born. It's Jesus, and he's in the barn. Go on up. Go on up. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men." Angels we have heard and heard, sweet singing o'er the plains, and the mountains sing reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria, in excelsis Gloria, in excelsis Now there came wise men from the east, saying, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are to worship him." We three kings of Orient come, bearing gifts we traverse afar. Here is our Lord, mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star and glory of beauty bright. Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. And they found the child with Mary, his mother, and falling down they worshipped him, and brought him gifts of gold, and frankincense, and myrrh. Then being warned in a dream that he should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. The shepherds also returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things they had heard and seen. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart.
It's the best one we've ever had. I don't know, there just seems something different.
Well, the angel of the Lord was certainly different.
Oh, I like that. Lots of spirit. Sometimes you can hear the angel of the Lord.
I just wish now I'd let them have Eugene to be the baby Jesus.
Who was the baby Jesus?
Oh, it was a doll.
Oh, I don't think so, Irma. It looked too real.
It did seem real, as if it might have happened just that way. I told Imogen it was about Jesus, but that's only part of it. It was about a new baby, and its mother and father were in a whole lot of trouble. No money, no place to go, no doctor. The Hurdons didn't stay for the party after the pageant. They didn't even take any cookies or any cocoa. I don't think they took anything.
Well, everybody's gone and the place is cleaned up. You ready?
supposed to.
What about this ham? Where'd Leroy get this ham?
Hazel Phillips said it was in their Christmas welfare basket. They wouldn't take it back. Leroy said, it's a present. You don't take back a present. I didn't argue with them. I think it's the first thing they ever gave away in their lives.
It's 11:55. It's almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas, kids.
It's almost Christmas, Charlie.
I wish Mrs. Hurden had been here to see them.
Just so you know, you're muted.
Okay, so we have like a few minutes before math, so I'll let you guys get off and take a break. What were a few things that you noticed that were different? Anybody notice anything different between the book and the movie? Grayson, what did you notice differently?
It was nothing like I imagined in the book.
Grayson says it was nothing like he imagined. Kendall, what did you notice?
That the characters look different than what I imagined in my head, and this is from the story.
How were they different?
Because I did not know that Imogene had curly hair.
I didn't picture Imogene with short curly hair either. I also don't think I pictured them near as dirty enough. Like they were filthy. Maggie, what did you notice?
Well, I think it was Imogene, or that the surgeon, they didn't ask to go to the library after.
Oh yeah, that whole Maggie noticed that the scene where she asks to go to the library and do the research, that whole scene was missing.
And they didn't do the cat. The cat wasn't in there too.
And I didn't ever talk about the cat, the evil cat. That would have been funny to see the evil cat in the play.
Yeah.
DJ, what did you notice?
Like the first chapter entirely. Like most of the, besides like the fire on it, like most of the first chapter is cut out.
Yeah, they kind of skipped over. They just let the blowing up the shed kind of speak for itself, and they didn't go into as much detail about the Herdmans and kind of the backstory behind all of them.
Yeah, they didn't steal a donut either.
Stealing the donuts from the firemen, that didn't happen. Josie, what are your thoughts?
In the story, Leroy wasn't late.
Yeah, true. Lily, what did you think? They might be. Yeah, you guys go ahead and go down there, see if they're still going.
We have it until recess.
Yeah, so then you guys definitely have time. All right. Kaylee, what did you notice?
At the very end, I don't know if I'm right or not, but at the very end, I don't think they did where they were like running around and like playing at the very end, and like they said until like.
No, it didn't mention that in the book. And then I noticed two things. That Imogene did at the church in the movie that I don't think were mentioned in the book.
She did cry though.
She did cry, but she took off her earrings. Remember, she had originally fought with her about not wanting to take off her earrings, and I don't think in the book it said she took off her earrings.
I can't remember what it's called.
But she looked at that picture of Mary and baby Jesus, and I think that's when it kind of hit her what it all meant. And she went ahead and she took her earrings out before she went on stage. And then the other thing was at the end when the little girl was narrating and she says, I don't think they took anything. Imogene did take something. What did she take? The poster that she looked at of Mary and baby Jesus. Why do you think she took that poster of?
Because it touched her heart.
Because it touched her heart. Absolutely.
It made her feel like she
she could be a better person and she's not that bad and she just follows what.
Yeah, Maggie said it helped her feel like she could be a better person, that she could try and be, like it inspired her. It touched her heart, like Grace said. I mean, that poster, I think, was like, it summed up the meaning of Christmas to her. And it kind of in the book where it said like Christmas just kind of hit her all at once, looking at that poster was kind of what made her just realize all of it all together. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to turn this off, take 5 minutes, take a quick break, and then we'll be back for math in just a second.